Hey guys, it's White Mojo Wolf. Another video I wanted to do this week was answer a challenge I've been tagged in by two different people. First off, this is a challenge started by Alex Big Blue. I'll have his link in the description and in the original video as well. So basically, he wanted to do like a top 10 comic wish list. Like, what are 10 comics you kind of want to buy before the season's out? And I think he kind of did that to help some of the avid comic collectors show their, like, wives and children, brothers, and, you know, the people that need to give them gifts for the holidays. It's like, hey, check out this little video. Here's, like, a little roadmap as to what I need in my collection. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, poke, poke. You know? But, I saw Super Russ do this video first, and then I saw Main Event Comics and Wrestling do this video. And both of them tagged me. I was like, alright, White Mojo Wolf has to do one. But I kind of have a unique dilemma in the fact that I'm a bit new to the comic book collecting, and my list isn't as pinpoint and direct as theirs. So I kind of thought of a unique way to do it because, like, just like the last video I did, this is an open challenge to anybody that wants to do this. I kind of thought of a unique twist for Alex Big Blue, and Alex, I hope this is okay. Because I was thinking of a way for, like, the newer people in the comic collecting to kind of get in on this too. Because I was trying to come up with, like, 10. I'm looking at my other list. Hold on, let me open it. There we go. And it's kind of hard. Like, I had a few comics I wanted. I was going through my collection. I thought, you know what? Here's a better twist. Why don't we do kind of like Neil does, like the top 10 comics for 2023 I like to get, but because, like, I still need to get another short box for mine, but for mine, I thought, let's do it a bit differently. Let's do the top 10 type of comics or brand of comics. I guess another way you could phrase it is like the top 10 heroes you would like to get. So what I was thinking of this list is I was going through my collection in there, and I was looking through to see if I could expand the collection, what would I like to kind of target first. Like right now I'm playing Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5, and that kind of led me to put Spider-Man Miles Morales. I have like maybe one of his comics, and as much as I like the character, I was sitting there thinking, okay, so let's put that on my list, and we'll call that number 1. I like to find some more Spider-Man Miles Morales comics. I don't really have a particular one in mind. That's why this list is kind of wide open. It's just a general top 10. But I like to have more of his stuff. And if you want to talk about a Miles Morales collector, look at Brian LCS's collection. He's got some great ones. The second comic I would like to pick up, I like to find a Doctor Strange comic. He's one of my favorite heroes, and as much as I didn't really like the second movie, I still love the Doctor Strange lore and the whole idea of it, and I realized I don't have a Doctor Strange comic, so I would definitely like to find this Doctor Strange comic between now and next year. Third on my list is Black Panther. I don't have a Black Panther comic. I was kind of surprised at that. I thought I did, but I don't. And I didn't really know anything about Black Panther until I watched the movie. And, you know, that was the first movie that got a whole bunch of media headlines from two completely different directions. But then I went and watched the movie myself. I'm like, this movie is awesome. And, yeah, I like to have the Black Panther comic. It's pretty neat. Fourth on my list is Daredevil. Now, I do have a couple of Daredevil comics. I have a couple of, you know, kind of in that realm, like Hell's Kitchen. But I would expect, and I have a What If in regards to Daredevil, but I would like more of his comics. I mean, I was pulling up some snippets online of like how his vision works, kind of showing my wife, and my mom's watching the show too. I think she wanted to at least, and I was trying to explain to him. I was like, look, he's blind, but he's not really blind, and I kind of showed him some comic panels, like here's how it kind of works. And I like to have some more Daredevil comics. So that's number 4. Number 5 relates to it. It's the Punisher. Again, I have like 2 Punisher comics, and I like more. Especially with Daredevil season 2, I'm really getting to know the Punisher, and I really like the Netflix adaptation of it. And plus, like, I'm sitting there watching a lot of these guys in the comic book communities, comic halls, and Cat Fans Comic and Collectible of the Day, or Brian LCS's halls, or Fanboy Prime, and I'm sitting here looking at all these comics and just thinking, the Punisher has some pretty sick covers. I like to have one of those. 6 on my list, I like to get a Moon Knight comic. I looked through my collection. I didn't even have a Moon Knight comic, and I like the Netflix show. Netflix, my goodness. I like the Disney Plus show. But, yeah. Moon Knight's a pretty cool character, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of have one of those just to kind of expand a bit and get a little deeper dive in the story. Now, 7th on my list is Cyberpunk. I have a Cyberpunk comic, and that was in my Midtown Comics Hall, and I read that thing, and it was good. I want the second one. 8th on my list is the Star Wars Darth Vader run they're doing. I'd really like, some of those. I ideally like the first one, kind of see how they started it, like what part of Vader's like story are they exploring, especially after the Obi-Wan show, and I really like to check that out. I think it's called like the Crimson Reign. Maybe it has a weird name to it, but it's a run I think that's going on right now, or maybe it just ended. I don't know. I'm not keeping up the new stuff. I'm still new at this. 9th on my list is Star Wars: The High Republic. I've really enjoyed the ones I have, and I've been trying to do those as like full runs. And so like if I find the right comic at the right price and I got the bandwidth to do it, I got a few of those comics I like to get. I'll pounce on them. And then last on my list is She-Hulk. I really like the show. It's kind of funny about She-Hulk. A lot of people are like, I wish these Marvel shows were more like the comics. And then people are telling me She-Hulk's a lot like the comics. But then, people are online bitching about it. It's like, what do you want here? What are we doing? It's like, okay, you want her to do the comics? It's like, well, I hate that she just talks and like she breaks the fourth wall. I'm like, well, she does in the comics. And I know that because I actually read a couple of them. I don't have any myself, but I've read a couple. And that big stack of comics my brother-in-law was selling from a while back. Just to kind of get a peek, because that was before the show came out. I'm like, all right, what's up with the She-Hulk character? Because the first time I really got to know her was as a Fortnite skin. She's one of my favorite skins to use on Fortnite, even to this day. It's like, oh, she's like an attorney, but she's like a Hulk. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, I like to have some She-Hulk comics. And just to recap my little top 10 comics I like to kind of expand upon. I like to find some Spider-Man Miles Morales comics. I like to find Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Daredevil, The Punisher, Moon Knight, Cyberpunk, Star Wars Darth Vader, Star Wars The High Republic, and She-Hulk. So that's kind of like my top 10 target areas for my comics in the next few months, the next year, so on and so forth. I'm pretty happy with my collection, and another challenge about that list is I really like the random packs, the mystery pulls and stuff, so I kind of like getting everything. But if I had to pinpoint it a bit, I think those are like the top 10 areas I'd like to check out. So that being said, call to open challenge. Alex Big Blue, I hope this answers your question kind of in a unique way, especially being newer to the scene. But other than that, this is White Mojo Wolf. I'm signing out of here. Y'all have a great day.